Hello, I'm Tyler Cowan and I'm an economist at George Mason University. How well tuned is our universe actually to support life? This is the new question I came away with from Sci-Fu 2013. And we posed a hypothetical question. Let's say that you could somehow alter the physical laws of the universe so that it would be more hospitable to life. You could change variables, you could make stars more densely distributed, you could make gravity weaker or stronger. Which of the things would you do so that our known universe could support more life? As an economist, this was a question I had never really pondered before, and now I'm set off in a new direction on cosmology, the anthropic principle, the argument from design, and the very nature of the world in which we live.
Hi, I'm Yossi Vardi from Tel Aviv. I'm an early stage investor in internet startups. And my question from this year's Sci-Fu is science the new religion? Is discussing issues like transhuman conditions, etc., is not just a modern version of old narratives?
Hi, Carl Page, engineer with the Anthropocene Institute. The question is, what new question has arisen in my consciousness at Sci-Fu, and why? And I think what's on a lot of people's minds here is how scientists can have more of an influence in the world and raise a new generation of scientists. And I've been thinking about that some this weekend. I think a lot of it has to do, I work in the area of climate and energy, and it's real easy to tell a sad story about climate and energy, and I think what we need to be doing is making sure that people understand that if we solve the climate and energy problem, it'll be very good for the world and result in a better life for everyone. And so I need somebody who can tell the I have a dream speech instead of the I have a nightmare speech.
Fiery Cushman, Moral Psychology, Brown University. What is the cognitive style that makes people want to do science, and how do we create it? There's so many people here who are energetic and dedicated to trying to promote science among the public and get children interested in science. And I have the sense that there's something about the way that scientists think that's unique, that motivates them to do the work they do, and we need to understand what that thing is and then how to create it in other people.
Lee Smolin, theoretical physicist, Perimeter Institute for Theoretical Physics. What big idea or new hypothesis is to be tested by all the new technology, all the new emulations in neuroscience? I learned here about massive investments in funds in the United States and Europe, also private funds, the Allen Institute, to emulate the brain, the full brain or the full visual system of a mammal. And I don't hear, what's confusing to me as a physicist is I don't hear ideas or hypotheses that are to be tested by these great new tools or explored by these great new tools. There seems to be an idea that all you have to do is emulate the whole brain, and that will be equivalent to explaining what's going on in the brain, but it's not true. So, and the only hypothesis I heard talk about is strong artificial intelligence, but I can't tell what they mean by that. Do they mean that the brain is a natural system? Of course the brain is a natural system. Do they mean the brain is a von Neumann architecture computer? No. Obviously the brain is not a von Neumann architecture computer. So somewhere between the trivial and the trivially false, there must be an idea.
Linda Stone, generalist. How does physiology contribute to cognition, attention, decision-making, risk-taking?
Paul Davies, I'm director of the Beyond Center at Arizona State University. I'm a physicist, and I've come here to Sci-Fu to talk to a wide range of people about a wide range of topics, but the thing that I have been most puzzled about is whether or not quantum physics plays a role in biology. So I'm I've always assumed that here and there quantum physics is important in biology, but in some of my discussions, particularly with Lee Cronin, he's convinced me that most of the evidence for this can be interpreted in other ways. So now I'm struggling to know whether quantum mechanics really is important in biology. If it is, it will not only open up a whole new conceptual landscape, but a whole new branch of technology.
I'm Paul Steinhardt. I'm a theoretical physicist at Princeton University. I want to know if there's a way that we can enhance the way scientists take risks, so they would take more risk and try more daring ideas than they are now. And I was motivated by a talk I heard by John Coates on biology and risk, and taking risk, in which he did it in the context of financial traders. And I think we need more risk-taking in science generally.
Hi, Peter Norvig, Director of Research at Google. My question is, how do we understand how our physical states affect our mental states? How do the hormones and other inputs into our body change what we thought were just rational decisions?
Hi, my name is Rick Potts. I'm at the Smithsonian's Natural History Museum. I'm a paleoanthropologist, and I dig in the Rift Valley for evidence of early human evolution in East Africa, the cradle of humankind. How does society and how does the long-term history of human beings on Earth look like in the future, in the age of digital technology, in the age of space travel, of genomics? And what I see then as the big way of answering that question is bringing all of these different sciences and technologies and our understanding of human history together.
Steve Fuller. I'm a philosopher and sociologist of science. And why is it that people are not more directly involved in science? My own view about the matter is that in fact there are a lot of barriers put forth, institutional review boards and things of that kind, that in fact restrict the degree to which scientists and the public can in fact interact and contribute to a kind of common project that should be part of our humanity altogether.
Stuart Firestein, Columbia University, New York City, Department of Biology, Chair of the Department of Biology. I'm a neuroscientist working on the sense of smell, primarily. How are we going to get scientists trained to communicate what they do with the public? How are we going to make the idea of a public understanding of science, not just explaining science to the public, but explaining how science happens to the public? That's the way I see the public understanding of science, and would like to see how we can make that happen by having scientists communicate directly to the public.